Hey everyone, it's Kim, and this is my 1 and 2 week postpartum update. I spent pretty much my first week postpartum in the hospital, and I was not feeling so hot, so I didn't do like a 1 week postpartum update at all, but here I'm just going to do a 1 and 2 week kind of combined update how I am personally doing postpartum. So I guess I will just start by saying I did have an emergency cesarean. I was expecting the recovery time to be a bit longer. The first week, I'm not gonna lie, was super duper painful. I was only doing Motrin for the pain, but you know, it was it was not fun. It was excruciatingly painful getting like in and out of bed, rolling over. I could not sleep on my side without feeling like my insides were gonna just like spill out, and I was wondering if there was an end in sight. I am here at 2 weeks postpartum, and I can say I'm feeling much better. I still occasionally will have like twinges of pain if like I move too quickly or I do something too suddenly, like around where my incision was. I will still have like stabbing little pains, but it's nowhere near the pain it was during the first week. The pain has pretty much almost completely subsided. Sometimes it'll ache a little bit, but it's not bad. When I shower now, it doesn't burn anymore. Like there's no burning feeling. It's healed up beautifully. I can insert a picture of it here. So that's what it looks like now at 2 weeks postpartum. As you could see, it was a little bit crooked. You can tell it was an emergency cut. It's not straight across. It's kind of crooked, but it's right above my pubic bone. I mean, underwear and swimsuit bottoms. I tried on swimsuit bottoms just to see, covers it up nicely. I mean, he did such a good job with, you know, the cut. It's small, it's discreet, so I don't think I'll have a problem with like a big scar anytime in the future, which for some reason I always thought C-section scars were like bigger, I guess. So looking at mine, I'm like, this seems kind of small, but it's a good thing. So I am pleased with how it's looking, with how it's healing. The pain is, again, like I said, going away. My breast milk is in. It is in. And now, like, I will feed her until she is full, content. I'll burp her, and then if I still feel like I'm kind of full, I will pump just like 5-10 minutes tops each side, and I can usually get 4 to 5 ounces total, you know, after she's eaten. So I am definitely producing a lot. I'm just kind of waiting on my supply to regulate a little bit, but for now I am able to pump the extra and just store it. So we're building a freezer stash for when I do go back to work, wherever I wind up working and whenever that is. But I am building a stash, so that's nice. We decided to get Christmassy, and we put up our Christmas tree, as you can see behind me. A Christmas tree and train on the floor. So yeah, Robbie was convinced we would miss Christmas entirely if we didn't put up the tree, so that's why that's there. So we've kind of been just doing little things like that. My husband has been off work the past 2 weeks. He does go back tomorrow, so tomorrow will be my first official day as just me with a toddler and a newborn. So I'm a little anxious about that. We will see how that goes. I'm pretty confident it'll go okay. I'm gonna do a whole separate video on how Robbie feels about his little sister, but I will say he adores her, and he hasn't really been a problem. You know, he's adjusted beautifully to having her here, and everything's gone really well. But I will do a whole video on sibling interaction and everything and how it feels going from 1 child to 2. I'll do that one probably within a week or so, after I've kind of had a week under my belt of doing this without my husband home. But let's see. Weight. The day I went in to give birth, I was 256, and as of this morning, I was 244. So I'm down about 12 pounds from the day I gave birth in 2 weeks. So it's not like a huge amount, but it's a good amount. I have about 6 pounds-ish to lose until I'm at my pre-pregnancy weight. So if this trend continues, by next week I should be around my pre-pregnancy weight. And then from there I have an additional about 70-ish pounds I would like to lose. So I will be doing weight loss vlogs once I'm cleared for exercise and things like that. As of right now, I'm just trying to eat, you know, good portioned meals, and I'm breastfeeding, and I think that's definitely helping with the weight loss and all that. So yeah, so down 12 pounds from day of delivery, and just losing, I feel, by the day. My stomach has gone down nicely, surprisingly. I will show it to you guys really quick just so you can kind of see. Let me pull this chair back to the side. So this is 2 weeks postpartum. I feel like it's, I mean, obviously I have a lot of toning to do, like especially right here. I'd still have like a flabby mom pouch, but that's that's the 2 week postpartum mom bod. As I said, I have a lot of work to do, but I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking after only 2 weeks. I was not anticipating it going down quite that fast. I was expecting to still look pretty pregnant for a while, so I don't really look pregnant anymore. I just look really, really chubby. So I do have a lot of work to do, but I'm confident that I can do it. I think the biggest thing will be getting rid of that mom pouch. That'll be the hardest part because the skin is just so stretched out. But hey, it happens. I think that's really it as far as postpartum updates. Oh, I guess I could talk about my emotional side, I guess. As you know, I had an emergency cesarean. I will talk about it in great detail. I will do a birth story vlog sometime within the next week. And so I did have an emergency cesarean, so not the birth plan I wanted. The first few days I could not stop crying. I was terrified that I was getting postpartum depression. I was not in a good place because, you know, the birth that I had been dreaming about had literally been just ripped from my hands, and I wasn't even able to try for it. It was just taken from me without warning, and you know, it's upsetting. It is, and so you know, I was really, really struggling with that, and you know, but the big picture is the cesarean was needed to save my life and, you know, my daughter's life, and so therefore I am super thankful for medical intervention and the fact that I had such an observant and skilled doctor on call who was able to, you know, assess me quickly and get me in and do what was needed. Yes, it was terrifying, and it did take me a little bit to kind of calm down from. I do still have nightmares about the whole ordeal. I am still having nightmares about her birth and, you know, the operation and all of it, just every aspect of it. Every night I do have nightmares, and I feel like that'll take a long time to go away. I'm having trouble sometimes logging onto YouTube because in my like suggested, it's a bunch of home birth videos because I spent so much time watching them, and every time I see a new suggestion for home birth video, I want to just cry. So it's kind of hard for me to like browse through YouTube right now. But you know, it's getting better. I am definitely coming more to terms with it. I am not angry. I am no longer blaming myself because I realized it was literally out of my control. There was nothing I could do. It was placental abruption. It just happened, and you know, it was not my fault, and there was nothing I could have done differently to prevent it. So yes, it was a pretty awful birth experience all in all. And then I was hoping I could have my placenta afterwards, but then of course the hospital kind of messed that up for me despite me signing a release form. So, you know, it just kind of all tanked downhill. But, you know, emotionally, I'm still kind of dealing with it, but I'm doing a lot better. I'm just so thankful that she's here and she is safe and healthy and she's perfect. And, you know, I'm physically healing up pretty well, which is helping with the emotional stuff. I feel like the emotional stuff was worse while I was physically in a lot of pain. It just kind of like went hand in hand. But now that I'm healing up physically, I find that I'm easier to deal with my emotions about the birth that I had. So, but yeah, I will do a whole birth story vlog, and I'll talk about it and how I felt in the moment and how I'm feeling now, like comparison. But yeah. I'm doing okay, all in all. 2 weeks postpartum. I'm loving our breastfeeding relationship. It's going so, so well. There's nothing else I can really say. That's really it. But But yeah, thanks all for watching, and until next time, guys. Bye.